Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of WoW Weekly with Myst. And for this week we have Pet Battles, which will be the weekly. There is also going to be Torghast. This is the second event we have for it. It's called Chorus of Dead Souls. Basically, what that is you take the form of a dead soul chorus, replaces your abilities with like mob-based spells. While in that form, you'll have 50% increased damage and healing, and you're also going to have 20% increased movement speed. Friendly players can take your form with you, so they can click on you and they'll merge with your form basically. Here is a list of the abilities that will be in the picture while this event is going on. Also, this is a list of the Anima powers as well. Feel free to pause the video here so that you can read all the abilities. I'm not going to keep them on screen for too terribly long, just to keep the video at decent speed. So definitely check that out. Lunar Festival is still going on, so that will be active till February 19th. Lots of toys and stuff you can get from there. And today, Love is in the Air has started up. For those that, watch my videos, you're probably aware that I've been prepping for Love is in the Air. This past Christmas, they had made it so that you needed to be level 60. And since there was no word at the time on Love is in the Air, I pretty much stopped all progress on my main character last month to level a bunch of alts to 60 just in case I needed those 60s. Luckily, it turns out that at the time of recording this, Love is in the Air has been in effect over on the Asia servers, and they have found out exactly what I predicted, that it would be level 60. However, just yesterday there was a blue post. The blue post states that they are going to change it as soon as possible. So if you log in today and only your 60s can try for the Love Rocket, give it a bit. They said that they are going to fix it. And yeah, so I'm glad they're going to fix it, because I still would have been limited, because as much as I did work hard on my alts this past month to prepare for them to only allow 60s, it still would have sucked if they would have kept that in, because I have a lot of characters that are in the 50 to 60 range. So I am glad that they are going to fix that. I'm doing this video before the event even goes live, so, I don't know at the time of recording this, but we will know fairly soon. And by the time this video goes live on the channel, the event will be up on the servers. And yeah, so just as a little warning, if you go in today and your 50s do not have access to that loot box, and keep in mind your 50s will still be able to queue, but there's two different loot boxes. So for those that are going after the Love Rocket, one big thing to point out is there are two rewards, and I will show them on screen here. So this first one is the box that the mount drops out of. So the big Love Rocket will drop out of the heart-shaped box. If it's showing that your reward is the heart-shaped curtain, which is a green box, there is no mount for that. That box was put in place to divide the two. It will be the heart-shaped curtain that you get prior to level 50. 50 to 60 will get the heart-shaped box. So keep that in mind. And also, that's something to look for for your 50s for this event, because like I said, the blue post says they are going to fix it, but as it stands right now, it does require 60. But they did say they will fix it soon. Hopefully that is the case, because we did go the Christmas event at 60. However, while I thought that was stupid, there was an amount at stake, right? So this is a different one. Love is in the Air is one that would really piss people off if they kept that at 60. So hopefully they do fix that fairly soon. Preferably today would be nice, but because when it comes to the Love Rocket, you know, I'm patient with most stuff, but the Love Rocket is the rarest amount in the game. That's the events going on this week. Lots of stuff. Renown level. So we are now going to be able to access Renown level 31 and 32. 32 will be the max you can get for this week. And at 31, you will unlock your Soulbind number 3 final trait. And at 32, you will get the Soul Keeper upgrade. And you'll also get a helm, shoulder, and chest transmog. And yeah, so that's what's going on for our Renown 31 and 32. Also, for those of you that maybe don't really pay attention to BattleNet, this past week there was Blizzconline stuff. So if you go to your shop, there is packs you can get. I'll link. I made a video on it. It would be a lot easier if I just linked that video, so that'll be in the description. And or you can just go to the shop and you'll see for yourself. It'll be called the Celebration Pack. It's in dedication of both the 30th Blizzard anniversary and BlizzConline. So yeah. There's lots of good things in there, and you know, WoW related. There's a pad amount and a little bit of game time if you purchase the final pack. So BlizzConline is coming up fairly soon. I will talk more on that probably next week, because next week will be the week of it. So yeah. And I'm sure we'll have a little bit more info maybe. And yeah, so I'll mention some stuff on it next week. But for those that are interested in when, the BlizzConline will be on February 19th and February 20th. Also on the shop this week was the Lucky Yun, which is another mount very similar to the Flying Pig. And you can either get it free with a 6-month sub, or you can just go directly to the shop in the WoW category and just buy it for $25 US. Now, just as a little sidetrack back to the 30 years of Blizzard, today is actually the 30 years of Blizzard. So I know we've had the pack available for, a week or so now, but today is the actual 30 years. So Blizzard was founded on February 8th back in 1991. And it was actually under the name Silicon and Synapse. So this right here that is going to appear after I'm done talking is a video, a little quick video they put together. It just got released today on the channel. So yay for recording WoW Weekly late this week. Usually I record on Sunday, so we're able to sneak this one in. And I hope you enjoy, and then I will come back with some more news after this video is done.
Home isn't always where we live. For most of us, live in many worlds. Home is an indefinable space. It lives in our hearts, in our minds,
my son,
our future, and our past. Home is where we get lost, where we live our wildest lives. where our people await us. Joining together.
Push forward!
And in the end, finding ourselves. All of our many selves. Where we can be bold. Where we seek, but never hide. Where you always feel at home.
Okay, back we are to continue the news. I thought that video was really great, and yeah, that was my first time watching it when I threw it in this video. So, happy 30th anniversary, Blizzard. Thank you for entertaining me for majority of my life, and I'm not even joking there. Like, Blizzard has basically been my life. You guys will definitely have to let me know in the comment section what you thought of that little, 1 maybe 2 minute video that they put together for the 30 years. And now let's get back to the rest of our video. So next up in news is the Hall of Fame. So the Horde side has filled their Hall of Fame, so that is closing for Horde side, which basically means 100 guilds have completed Mythic Castle Nothria. And basically how they work this is they don't work it how it's intended. The intended Hall of Fame is that once both sides have 100 guilds that have achieved it, then they open up cross-realm for Mythic, where you can raid Mythic mode through the premates. And the reason they don't do the intended way is because Alliance is always so far behind in that. Yeah, for example, last expansion, when it was BFA, by the time Horde had 100 guilds that had completed on Mythic on... we'll use the final raid as an example. Nyalotha, by the time that was all done, Alliance only had 20 guilds that had completed that raid on Mythic. They kind of have to not go the intended way. The intended way is for both to have 100. And if they did that, we would be waiting for content forever. Right? Like, yeah, so now it's more or less a time frame they fit in, and, you got till the patch or whatever. But yeah, it's really unfortunate how the population of raiding is just such a huge difference, when you're comparing Horde and Alliance. And yeah. So anyway, Alliance is still open and will be open for a long time for Hall of Fame. The current ranking for Alliance is 28 guilds. So there's 28 guilds Alliance-wise that have completed Mythic Castle Nothria. And I'd just like to point out that most of those guilds are China. Just thought I'd mention it. And yeah, but if you are Horde, you're shit out of luck. The 100th guild has claimed it, so there's no way you can do that. If you're wondering what a reason for doing this would be, there's a couple. One, it's just nice to have that kind of leaderboard, recognition, I guess. And the second is there is a title that you will get as well as an achievement. So you'll get the achievement for killing Denathrius on Mythic. You'll get the Halls of Fame achievement. You will also get the famed Slayer of Denathrius title. So if you see anyone rolling around with that, that is how they got it. They got it from not only completing Mythic mode, but completing it before, completing it within the first 100 guilds of completing it. Next up in news has to do with the Anima collection. So, as we all know, getting Anima from like dungeons and stuff really sucks. It's a really low amount. So they have increased it. It, in my opinion, still sucks, but any increase is better than nothing, right? So basically the increases apply to Mythic Keystone dungeons and raid bosses. So basically completing a Mythic +7 to a Mythic +9 will now reward you 2 rare Anima items. Completing a Mythic +10 is going to get you 3 rare Anima items. And the first 8 bosses in Castle Nathria will drop 3 Anima items. And then the last 2 bosses in Castle Nathria, which is Stone Generals and Denathrius, will drop 5 Anima items. So that is the changes they've made that will go into effect tomorrow when reset happens. Also, another thing I'd like to mention, since we're on the topic of Anima, is that make sure you have enough bag space for it. Because if you're out there doing a world quest and it gives, say, 100 Anima and your inventory's full, what'll happen is it will get mailed to you, but opening up your mail and collecting it doesn't count as collecting it when it comes to your quest, your weekly quest. You have to collect it when you do that kill or you complete that world quest. It has to be collected and deposited into your bag the minute you can receive it. And if that's not the case, then you're screwed out of that amount. So definitely make sure that you always have inventory empty or at least a few spots left to collect it. Okay, so normally I do my goals and progression and all that at the beginning of the video, but I totally forgot, so we're going to sneak it in at the end. Progression-wise, really not much happened progression-wise this week for me, mainly because Wednesday is my YouTube anniversary. It'll be my 5 years on, and so I always pick a game to do for you guys for the anniversary. So I've been spending pretty much the whole week recording that, editing it. I also decided to 100% the game, so that took a little extra time as well. And keep in mind it is a short game. I do make sure it's short for the anniversary game, so don't worry, it's not gonna be the game for like a month. But that definitely did take up most of my time this week. So progression-wise, got a couple of mounts. However, I didn't really work towards them. The 2 mounts I got were the 2 that became available in the store. One was the Pretty White Bear, and got him from getting the Celebration Pack. And then the second one is Lucky Yun, which got from the store. So basically that's it. The last Mounts Run stream was more attempts on Mail Muncher. Still don't have them. We'll try again later. It'll probably be a couple of weeks though, which brings us to our progression for this week, which is why we won't be doing Mail Muncher this week. Okay, so for my goals and stuff for this week, I think you could probably guess what my goals are. But my goals is the Love Rocket. I have been farming that sucker for, 10 years or something like that. It's been a long time. I am going to be doing my attempts on stream, so you may see stream go live a little more often through this event. So yeah, that is the goal. I'm hoping to get that mount this year. It's definitely been the toughest mount for me. And I find that all the people that end up getting it are people that don't care about mounts, barely play the game. You know, it always works that way. So yeah, hopefully this year is my year for the Love Rocket. Other than that, that's the only thing I'm going after. I have all the achievements. I have, I did pretty much all these world events and, you know, got the big meta achievement for doing every single event throughout the year quite a while ago, probably like 10 years ago or something. So it's more or less just, you know, events to me is new stuff or the Love Rocket that I'm still farming. But yeah, so that is basically all I have going on for the Love is in the Air. For you guys, if you guys are going after the charm bracelets and all that, I have videos that are still, do still apply to a speed grind of those bracelets. So I will link those videos. I did them last year, I think, and I'll link them in the description as well, and you can check them out. And other than that, I think that calls it for today's video. So I hope you enjoyed WoW Weekly with Myst. And have a great week. And we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.